Aventurine is the next 5-star character to drop an Honkai Star Rail, and he genuinely seems to be the next best sustain unit, even coming out on top of Fushuan, with an incredibly strong shield and a few extra buffs and debuffs coming with his kit. So today, let's discuss how you should build Aventurine and how to use it most effectively. Make sure to subscribe if you're new so you don't miss an upload, like the video, and join the Express Train Discord server for discussing anything HSR related or simply having a cool place to hang out. Alright, let's begin. So, first things first, here's a summary of all the materials you will need for Aventurine. Pause the video, take a screenshot, and start farming. Next up, let's check out his kit. His skill is basically a stacking shield. Simply put, you just want to use his skill every turn so you can stack the shield over and over again to not only make it stronger, but to also keep it up and allow his talent to proc as well. Speaking of which, every time an enemy attacks an ally with Aventurine's shield, Aventurine gains a stack of blind bet. When it reaches 7 stacks, he does a follow-up attack. Furthermore, one single target with the shield will get an extra 25% effect res. Aventurine will also resist CC once every 2 turns if the shield is active. His ultimate is quite simple. Attack a single enemy and apply a debuff. This debuff makes this enemy take more crit damage. This means when an ally crits, they will deal more damage than usual. If you don't land a crit though, it won't result in any extra damage. His technique is a gamble to increase defense. High chance to increase it by 36%, medium chance to increase it by 24%, and a small chance to increase it by 60%. When you fully build up Aventurine, you will get these following traces. For every 100 defense above 1600 Aventurine has, he gains 2% extra crit rate, up to an increase of 48%. Number 2 gains a shield at the start of the battle equivalent to 100% of the shield provided by his skill. Number 3, this one is a doozy. When a character launches a follow-up attack, Aventurine gains 1 stack of blind bet. This can be done a max of 3 times and resets at the start of Aventurine's turn. Simply put, do 3 FUAs in between Aventurine's turns for a maximum output. Moreover, when Aventurine launches his follow-up attack, he grants a small shield to allies and a further shield to the ally with the weakest shield. So far, Aventurine is an incredibly powerful preservation unit, with a possibly never-ending shield that stacks over and over again. It also grants some buffs to your team that will certainly make you stronger. That is not all though, let's check out his eidolons. E1 increases crit damage for targets with Aventurine's shield by 20% and further grants a shield equivalent to 100% of his skill. E2, when Aventurine hits an enemy with his basic attack, he reduces their all-type resistance by 12% for 3 turns. E4, when his follow-up attack triggers, Aventurine's death increases by 40% for 2 turns. Also increases the amount of bounces done by his FUA by 3, allowing it to hit twice more. E6 is for a DPS Aventurine build, allowing him to deal 50% extra damage for each ally with a shield. His eidolons up to E4 are pretty damn good, but I personally would not go past E1. Aventurine is already going to be a very strong character without any eidolons, so I don't see much of a use for anything above E1. E6 is also out of the question, since Aventurine won't deal any significant amount of damage. Increasing it by 150% is really not worth $2,000. Alright, for the final section, let's look at the artifacts. Building Aventurine is going to be incredibly easy. For maximum preservation, you want 4-piece Knight of Purity Palace and the Belobog of the Architect's planar set. You could use 2-piece Hackerspace for speed, but I don't see anything being better than stacking as much defense as possible, and also trying to hit crit stats and speed. Alright, that's it. Aventurine is most likely going to be the strongest preservation character and sustain unit overall, applying a very strong shield, applying debuffs and buffs, and also doing some damage himself. I urge you to invest in him if you need to sustain. Even if you don't, honestly, he'll still bring loads of value to your account. If you have Ho-Ho and Fushuan already, I personally would not pull. But if you're still stuck with Luocha and Bailu, then definitely gamble for the gambler. So, thank you for watching. Like and comment, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell, join the Express Train Discord server, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.